It's a lonely Wednesday so far. Waiting for Skip to show up out of nowhere. Although he should be. Oh, see, there he is. What's up, Skip? I was like, but he's probably. I know, right? He's probably prepping for the con just like I am. you know, putting together these Elvin Hernandez books in some bags, since I have them, and I have to go to work tomorrow. Not necessarily the most anticipated thing I was doing, but also working on comics for the other account. Nice. Sir Workaholic. You ever thinking about collecting it? Are you going to collect it at one point? Put it into a book? It never ends. It never does. But does that mean that it's good? You know what I mean? Like, does that mean that it's good? Because you actually have something to work on and for? Is it good that it never ends? A zip file. That's not a physical book. What am I going to do with a zip file? Are your students excited for the show this weekend? Music down. Okay. They're nervous. Well, I mean, you guys are promoting the hell out of this show, so I mean, there was another news spot, wasn't it? Like, did two local news segments, the radio, flyers all over the place. So people in the area know. They know. But I mean, let's be honest, that's the way you should do a show. You know, new show, you gotta advertise. And if it does well, like next year, you could, in theory, advertise less. Because now it'll all be word of mouth, right? And you do like one spot, one radio spot, and everyone's like, oh yeah, I remember that show. That was awesome, we need to go. Trying to convince the ones that aren't that they really should go. Why wouldn't they go? It's at their school. That's true. One way or the other. It doesn't, you know. Advertising is key when it comes to the success of any project, but you know, creative projects for sure, because they can't see beyond it. Yeah, but aren't they being tired? But I mean, come on. We're talking about your sequential students, right? And your art students, your animation students, and stuff like that. I mean, come on, this is what they're supposed to be doing. I know one of my students is actually exhibiting. So if one of my students can come up and table at your show, your student should be able to do that. You know what I mean? Oh, really? You ran into one of my students. I wonder who that could be. They were doing it. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sending a lot of people up there. Teaser sound. He's like, don't necessarily know that. But maybe it's just pronounced different, or I'm reading it different, and I know them from a different name. You know, which is definitely possible, because the names that I have on my roster and then the names that they go by are normally never the same. it's always rare. Like, what? When they're like, hi, my name's Mark. It's like, oh, the roster says your name's Mark. That'll make things easier later. But, yeah. I keep sending them up there. They keep, you know, they're like, where should I go? I want to do comics. What do you think would be a good school? And they're like, oh, I'm thinking about SCAD. I'm like, look, I mean, if you can afford SCAD, go to SCAD. Right? But if you're looking for a good education that'll teach you the same things that SCAD's teaching you, go here. So the one thing that I don't like about this new company, and it's not necessarily that I don't like it, but the old company, they would bag and board your books. Like, you'd pay for it, obviously, but there was that option to board and bag your books. And I did appreciate that. Not that this is hard, but I always felt like there was a little extra level of protection, even though now they've been shipping a lot better, more padding and protection, so books are looking a lot better. But still, you know what I mean? I need to be challenged. See if we can justify it in any other situation. I don't know. I think in grad school at that point, I mean, that's like, I'm looking at, I'm like, in grad school, I mean, I guess the opportunities and stuff like that, but I think that if you go into SCAD as an undergrad and you're ready, I mean, that, I guess that's the main point, how many of us are really ready when you roll out at 18. But, you know, the ones who are like, oh, I'm serious and I want to get this job, because there were plenty of people in the sequential department when I was an undergrad, and they're all working right now because they knew what they were doing. And SCAD provided them with some great opportunities. So, and I mean, and even though I know I benefited the most from grad school from SCAD, I know that in undergrad I did get a lot of opportunities that were presented to me, you know, in undergrad. But I mean, whew, man, I did not know what I was trying to do when I was drawing. I was trying to be everybody. I'm not kidding. Like, I had no style. I didn't know anything. I was just drawing. Is the cost? Yeah. No, I think SCAD has lost its mind. As far as the cost goes, that's... I mean, it was expensive as hell when I went to school. Now it's just gotten worse. Is there any more there? Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, that's why I like sending people to you guys. Mostly because it's like, look, you know, you can get the same education going here as you could going to SCAD. And when I tell people about SCAD, I'm like, look, you're paying for the experience, or the experiences that they can provide for you. It's not the education, you know, like, because learning about composition is the same everywhere, right? The rules of composition is the same. But you're gonna pay for whatever experience that school can provide for you and the opportunities. And SCAD has a name, so it can provide a lot of opportunities. But man, I remember when I first got there, saying that you were a SCAD student was actually not a good thing. Employers would not hire you because they were producing a whole bunch of cookie cutter people, right? It was like, do it my way, do it this way, and that's it. And so I was applying to some position, and when I was like, oh yeah, I go to SCAD, you know, being all proud that I was going to this supposed elite art college, and they're like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I guess we can give you a chance, but my experience is like, oof. So we're gonna be able to afford it. All right, it's true. It's true. That's why they should show people other things, you know, what they can possibly do. You know, like, oh, here's another like rough animator or something like that. Here, you know, like, here's rough animator. This is what you can do with this. Teach you how to use alternate programs so that you can work as an independent until you make it as an employee or something, if that's what you want, that kind of thing. But oh no, that's true. SCAD students are everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah.
Thank you. I love you.
Oh, really? That's crazy. Although one of my former students is going to SCAD to finish their undergrad, and they're doing it online, and they're having a hell of a time. Oh my goodness, some of the things that these teachers are saying, crazy. One teacher literally told them, and it's, you know, online class, they said, your critique of your work will be 1 minute. 1 minute critique. The teacher is the only one who can critique it, and you only get 1 minute. And if you have questions, I forgot. I think you are allowed to go through their office hours. But they're like, yeah, you can't ask questions. So they could say something and you couldn't be like, wait a minute, I don't understand. Could you run that back? They're like, nope. And they had a timer. They had a 1 minute timer. They're like, nope, this is all the time you get. That's crazy. I don't even know how that works. All right. Thank you for indulging me and allowing me. What? That is nonsense. And I was like, I don't know how the critique was mostly it was you're wrong. And they gave them a script. I remember this one vividly. They gave them a script with a whole lot of grammatical errors in the writing. And they had to use the writing to the T. Like, they couldn't change anything. So if there was, like a period behind somebody yelling, and they changed it so that it was, an exclamation point because the character was yelling, they got points taken off. And the way that the script was written, as far as storytelling wise, it was like, this is making no sense. Like, this should be here or that should be here. You could flip this here. And that teacher was having none of it. Even as like suggestions, like, hey, can I switch this because of the story would be better, right? It would read better, in my opinion. She's like, no, you have to use the script the way it is because in the industry you can't change it. And I was like, that's not true. Even as a beginning artist, if you come in and you're like, okay, this one panel should be 2 panels, you would write the writer. You're like, hey, I think that this would work better as 2 panels. And because they're not the ones drawing it, they were like, well, I mean, you're the one who's got to draw it. But they're SCAD, so they know best. Okay. So now that we have our Dr. Elvin Hernandez prep books done. Put those in the box later. I'm gonna try and finish this piece. Too big. Has it failed at the moment? Yeah. True. It's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna happen.
And I were discussing a TikTok earlier while we were at Chicken Meadows.
Uh-huh.
And now I want lasagna.
Now you want lasagna?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No need to be sorry. Well, kind of there is.
I mean, see?
Now I can't go in the morning to get the stuff to make it tomorrow. And you'll be gone Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so now I have to wait all the way till Monday to make it.
Sorry. Like I said, my problem is how students against the realities of competing in the industry. Self-student, really. Yeah. Skip says hi.
Hi, Skip.
I mean, but I think we need to push them to try and be self-sustainable. Especially, I just saw that some other company just laid off like 3 companies. 3 like mini companies. And also, you know, like trying to teach the students to be willing to try things like this, you know, like this is so not my, you know, like what I normally would do is my style. and yet I really do like it, right? And I would never have known if I didn't just try it out one day. The consumer sticker. I don't think going indie is not the only answer. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm trying to say is that, you know, also just going into the industry is not the only answer. That's all. And I think that, like you said, they should be able to land on their feet and with some type of understanding, you know, like, I can do this. You don't have to, right? Like, some people, they don't want to be entrepreneurs, and that's fine. But, you know, at one point you got to know you got to be able to do something, right? Something's got to work. Students about you had no interest whatsoever in digital art. Animation you can do, yeah. What?
That's a good luck.
Good luck with what?
You said someone said they have no interest in it, digital art.
Oh yeah, and these are his students. And I was like, oh well. I mean. You know, it's like, I mean, good, yeah. It's about as good as it's gonna get. It's like, well, I guess, you know, good luck for you, because you're going to be what they like to say, assed out.
I don't know. Maybe they're onto something.
Maybe they know something we don't.
Well, I have comments, but I'll wait till after the show. Just remind me.
Okay.
Because I think I'm funny.
You are funny.
I think so.
Okay. Some paper towels real quick. It sneezes.
Okay.
We're about to make a mess. With me is how few students are interested in digital sculpting or 3D printing. A lot about 3D printing, yeah. I do. I was like, trust me, I remember having those fights. And tours, and it's mostly meh. And mostly want us to use Blender over. Try to make something printable. Yeah, I mean, it's extremely bad when you know it's cool. You're like, this is awesome. This is gonna be helpful for you later.
Sweet dreams, good girl.
You're my daddy.
What's your testing tomorrow? What subject?
Math. All the add, subtract, divide, and multiply.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, I got my screen dirty. Oh no. Also went away from. It looks like I'll have to clean something later. Oh no.
Yeah.
You, Daddy?
I helped them put together an animated jumping jacks.
What did you come
What
in?
does it look like?
No, you guys are undeniably my children.
Nature's paternity test.
Animation to test it for them. It worked. But there was a student who wanted him making a rig for his next assignment would be too hard. He said, "Bet." Designing his own rig. Oh, nice. Nice. Grad school. Well, anyway, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's always good to find someone like, to actually find one and get that one student who really wants something to happen. They're like, oh no, we're gonna make this a thing. Realizing aren't all that. Well, yeah. That's the fun part when you have the students who are the best in their friend group, and they're the ones who they'll when they post something, like, or when they do the assignment and whatnot, and it's always better than everyone else's, and they're like, oh, it's really hard to teach them sometimes. You can't even see all the. There you go. See, there you go. All the like little dark sparkles.
Good night, God.
Good night.
Good night, God.
But you're supposed to make it look easy. You're the teacher. And the assignment. Oh, you shouldn't tell him that. I was like, you shouldn't tell him that. You should just, be 100% honest. She's like, no, you're not that good. You can always show him other students. That's what I do. I show him other students' work. I'm like, this was a person who came in last semester. Oh, yeah. They're one semester ahead of you, so just keep that in mind. All right. I was told I got a whole bunch of this is 8 by 8.5 by 11. These, yeah, these are 8.5 by 11. We're not playing. That'll be practice for later. Yes. Not what we want. Okay. Watercolors. I don't know why I started taking the watercolor sheets that are not glued together because they're so hard to get apart without damaging the paper. Ugh. That little for my kid bothering. You're more humble about it. Well, good. Sometimes, it is what it takes, But still, you still got to go with, they are just, just is such a hard word, but they are just
Wednesday,
students.
right?
It is Wednesday.
Okay.
Why? We think it was not?
Well, no, and you're doing Watercolor Wednesday, and I know it's Wednesday because I thought it was every day of the week but Wednesday today. But I was making a post, and I had just done a Wednesday post, and I was like, oh crap, I should have checked if it was Wednesday first.
'Tis Wednesday. Yay. All right, let's see. Ooh, I haven't haven't really drawn in a while. Oh yeah. Who should we draw? Oh, let's just go to the go Ninja Empire character development. Shouldn't do the Ninja Duo. We did that. We did him. Didn't do Ronin. The Time. You know what? We haven't done the Time Ninja yet. Let's do him. Marked with a ninja. Okay, so you played that game. I started, right? Like, I was like, oh, you know what? I should really just take this so when I have a break, I can draw it. Or, I mean, I can play it and whatnot. And then I started on the first level. Is it always that dark, or was my screen just really, really dark? Like, it was really dark. And I know that it's all about ninjas and whatnot, but I mean, it was so dark. Okay. Well, see, before I wanted to start messing with the darkness as adjustabilities and all that stuff, I was like, let me find out if it's actually just that, or if it's just me, getting old, which is possible. It's very, very possible. For instance, yeah. So. Tattoos to give you magic bullets and ability. Oh, I was like, ooh, yeah, I really should get on that then. Stop procrastinating. Ooh, I do like that idea. Nightcrawler as teleport. I mean, I was doing really well. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, but I was hurting seeing what I was doing. Oh, was that the front door?
I don't know. None of our children ever tell us anything.
I know.
Oh, don't fall down the stairs. That's funny.
Okay, Skip, what do you think? Should I just do the shoulder or add like the bicep and cut that off? Brown, why are you out of bed?
I'm in water.
You need to be in bed. I love you. Go get some water. Should be the bicep. It was. Not cat. It's white, perfect. Just let that go out like so. Really quiet. Yeah, it's really, really super quiet today. You know, everyone's gonna show up at 10:30, 10:40. Yeah. Can't deny that. Has been fairly busy. And crazy sauce. Busy and crazy sauce all at the same time. Hello.
What's up, everybody? We were just saying how quiet it was up here, and everyone was like, "Where's Tyler? We only like Tyler. We only come to see Tyler."
That's true.
You're not cool, Kaiser.
Oh, that's sad.
It's a little bit sad, but it is what happened, actually. You gonna paint now?
I should.
Should. You should.
Right now, I'm catching up on all the.
Did you have fun?
I think somebody did to the school bathroom. See, playing with the toilet paper I don't even care. Like, it's annoying, but it's not a big deal. Why is there a stool in the toilet? How did you get a stool from the science lab into the bathroom? Nobody noticed.
I'm sure someone noticed. They just didn't care.
They said, not my circus.
Yep. Like, whatever.
Above my pay grade. That's not my student or my stool. I don't care.
Like, what? Why you do this? Like, that's not even funny. Like, that's just dumb. You didn't even break the toilet. You just put a stool up there.
Okay, so you're asking a very relevant question. But I want to ask a different one. Who do you think you're punishing? Because the principal and your student, whatever they call them, like the student deans, they're not fixing that. The janitor has to. Be nice to the janitor. They will help you skip class. I promise.
You should be nice to the janitor.
I mean, custodial engineer.
Oh, my bad.
But like, if you really want to stick one to the man, pee in their office.
What?
Right on the rug.
Dang.
While they're yelling at you, just pee like you're two.
Pee on the rug.
Because they're not going to replace the rug, and even if you steam clean or like wet back the carpet, pee still stinks in the hot. And you know those schools get hot.
It's true. It's true.
And then what is he going to do? Punish you for it? Now he has to prove you did it on purpose. How's he going to do that?
Or show up without showering for a month.
No, because that punishes all the people around you, and a lot of them, they don't need to catch that stray. But you could hide like camembert and salami in a plant in their office right the day before a holiday break.
Ooh.
And when they come back, that's gonna be rotten.
That's true.
And there'll be flies. But I'm just saying, if you really wanna, maybe they were punishing the science teacher they stole that from. That doesn't make sense either, though. Because at that point, just mess up their classroom. Like, just move stuff where it doesn't belong. Just move stuff.
I had a student show up to talk to me in my office, and my office smelled like BO for the next 10 minutes.
Smell like what?
BO.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people can't help it. Some people don't try. Just like when people mess up the lunchroom. Why are you being mean to the lunch ladies? What did they do? They literally don't care if you pay for the food or not. So if you act like you don't have any money and you still want that bag of popcorn, they're gonna let you just take. Okay, baby, just take it.
A lot of people didn't try last semester.
I mean, let's be honest. Last semester was emotionally hard for the world. Fall's gonna be worse.
Fall is gonna be worse.
Yeah. Because all those sweet Zoomers are gonna realize they actually survived the summer. They didn't mean to. They just accidentally kept doing it. Like
This was pre-election.
Yeah. I don't know what timeline you were living in where that wasn't a stressful time for us emotionally. Can I go there? Is that like the Spider-Verse?
We don't know that Spider-Verse keeps getting postponed.
Relatable. Golly, some people are funny. In this case, it's Hamilton. See, no, I hate that.
What do you hate?
My sweatshirt was on. I was too hot and I was dying. I took my sweatshirt off, and immediately the cold air is assaulting my sensitive skin.
Sorry. Explaining that you need to wash everywhere. That you can't wear the same thing for several weeks without washing them. Apparently they had to have what was it? They had to do a lecture on hygiene.
Where?
At UMES. Like the school had to, because it was that bad, because people weren't trying. That's crazy. But I mean, wash your booty. What's up, Yarp? How's it going?
They tried.
Where did I have videos?
Dude. What?
Like, how are you even supposed to solve that?
What is that? No, gosh. See, he's like, stop it. Just stop.
I've taken quizzes like that, and I just guessed. I'm like, literally all of these are wrong.
Yeah, but you also write down the stuff and tell your teacher, I found a problem in your quiz.
I'll email my teacher so fast. See, they don't expect it because I'm not a talker, but I'll email you. I don't care.
See, it's the quiet ones who pay attention now.
Yep.
I'm like, you need to fix this. They're like, there was no mistake. I'm like, look at the mistake. And I'm like, there wasn't. And I'm like,
There wasn't one. Everyone says that until they realize they were wrong.
because I'm like, I might be wrong, but until you look at it, I don't really care what you have to say.
That's fair, honestly.
Give me the time of day.
That's fair. That is fair.
That is beyond fair, actually. Doodling how the last page came out. It's not done yet.
That's cute.
It's I got it all penciled out. And I mean I'm putting on the blacks now. I'm doing the dark shadows and stuff. So it's almost done. Almost done. citizens will rise. Yes. Yes, indeed. Do. So one, small one, big one, small one, small one, big one. Honestly, I wish I could draw faster. Me too. Me too. What's the matter?
I wish people wouldn't use idioms if they don't understand.
Is it something you can say?
No, it's my book.
Oh.
But it swears, that's why I can't say it. Idioms for granted. Doesn't everyone? I know. Doesn't everyone want to draw faster? I would say that that's probably a fair statement. Rick and Morty ref. Oh yeah. I am not a Rick and Morty fan, so those references will always be lost on me.
Here's a joke. All right.
I like jokes.
Where we do jokes.
Apparently doing jokes in
You need
certain.
space now? What chair do you want? I didn't
Whichever
know.
one you don't want.
I'm already in this one. I didn't know if like one was better for you for paint.
I have a feeling I'm not actually gonna get anything.
Yo, I understand.
It's fair.
When are you gonna do your next figure drawing thing?
What do you mean? Oh,
To school.
I have to get confirmation from the lady who holds the money to make sure I still have money, because they're the ones who would quickly be like, oh well, you didn't use it last semester, so we decided to use it for the building fund. And I went and I went to, because she's in the dean's office. And so I went there and she wasn't there, but the dean was. She's like, well, maybe I can help you. And I was like, I'm just coming in to confirm that I still have this money. He's like, well, you know, it's, the way they do it is this, that, and the other thing. Like, what'd he say? It was like, if it comes in underneath what you were, you know, granted, then, you know, the money, it goes away because it was for that one project. I'm like, well, that's great because this is still the same project. And I was like, but just like you said, now I'm worried that you guys took it. Even though I made mention, I was like, hey, look, I'm going to be doing 2 of these. This is for the other one. But hopefully we'll find out tomorrow. Then it'll be somewhere week 8, week 9. So we're week 5 right now. So
That was fun.
I'm glad.
And I'm gonna torch my building. I'm so mad. There's this stupid sound going around that people make edits of, and I listen to the whole song, and I only like the one clip of it, so I can't even listen to the song, but it's been on repeat in my head for the last 2 days. It's going insane.
Marlon Wayans' country song has been on repeat in my head for the last 2 weeks.
That really makes you.
Funny people are just so
We should never take things.
impressive. Taking a picture of your alley,
Oh, it's still bleeding.
Okay.
technically.
Oh yeah, but I just, because it was bleeding, I put a Vaseline on it, because I didn't want to keep
Did you squeeze it first?
whatever.
I like it.
Turned out pretty good.
No.
No.
There was this stitch one the last time I went, but then the most recent time he wasn't there.
It'll be back, don't worry.
I
Oh, it's at Burlington. Just go over to the Marshalls, the Home Goods. They always have a ton of stitch stuff.
don't really want one. Oh,
I'm just saying if you ever want to find them.
That's so many days.
The thing about songs getting stuck in your head is a lot of short cheap clips use the same stock music. True. Or worse, you go to sleep to a podcast and dream about ads. That would be bad. Mm. Anime lurk. Alright, AG. It's like, what's up? Have fun lurking. What anime are you going to lurk to before you run off and lurk? I've had dreams where I'm having an argument with someone because they're talking over me, then say something like SCP 1936 Object Class Keter. Okay. So what are you doodling? What creativity are you trying to get out of your head and back onto paper, or just on paper? I don't know. Oh, nice. Look at that. Trying to ink the Thulstone version of. Oh, okay. I need to get an iPad charger. Get the iPad on the charger. That's fair. I understand that. Do, 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 do. So Ty, how was your day today?
I did a lot of things, and I finished all my schoolwork on a Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah,
finally.
so I'm gonna try and finish because the stuff I had you print out actually for next week. I thought we had to take the test and do the week's work, but we only had to take the test.
Nice.
So I'm gonna try and knock that out. I already did a good chunk. Because I read the book on
Right.
Monday.
Welcome back.
So you
That's
know
cool.
the TikTok that we watched earlier about the lasagna? So I've been struggling with the thought all day long because she kept saying 14-layer lasagna, and I'm going, that is a huge freaking lasagna.
And,
You made 2 14-layer lasagnas for 10 people, and you worried about old girl eating so much? Like, so then I had to go to my internet friends and say, when you're making a blank number layer lasagna, what is a layer? I just need to know. Most people, they think about it like me, so a 14-layer lasagna is going to be,
Huge.
but a few people, it's every layer. So that noodle is a layer, then the sauce is a layer. If the meat is separate, it's a layer. The cheese is a layer. The meat is a layer. And so for that,
so I thought it was like noodle, and then the next time you add noodle,
yeah, that's the way I did it. Because
And
it's
that's why I thought it was like a Garfield lasagna. Oh, that is a lot of lasagna.
So the general consensus is all of us who cook, we call a layer the whole stack, like
Garfield
whatever
lasagna.
is from noodle to noodle. That's the layer.
That's what's Garfield lasagna.
A few people don't, and they were like, "No, it's each layer of an ingredient, like a taco salad." And I was like, "Well, the layers in the taco salad are different, but okay, because you're not doing it twice." But yeah, all day that was bothering me, because I just can't picture, like how deep of your pan do you even have if you made a 14-layer lasagna? And then come to find out that's we're probably not thinking about it the same way. But it also makes me want lasagna. What kind would you eat if I made it?
Any good.
I thought you didn't like lasagna.
You said what kind of
Like,
how
I
you
don't.
made me. I'm living here rent free. There's no room for complaining.
Yeah. I think
You're
what
the-
you mean is
you're the-
you live with your brothers, there's no more room for complaining.
I like the one that's more like spaghetti better, so the red one.
Yeah.
But I don't mind.
I'm craving the red one.
The white spaghetti is that's my go-to.
I know. That's why it's sad, because I know Ty doesn't actually like it, and other people will
No,
complain.
just a dog. I don't care about what it says. I
Okay.
can't remember what
The dog is cute. You should teach Shogun to do that. He's such a bum.
Oh, I'm already inking. What am I doing? Going about this the wrong way. Oh well.
You're just being experimental, that's all.
Well, I am trying to do something with a new pen. So, and I can tell you that I by far like this better. So, I think we might be doing these with this pen from here on out. But I was too excited to find out if this was going to work. And then I started inking before I started doing my watercolors. So now we're going to see what it's going to be like once it's inked and we do watercolors. Look at that. Nothing but experimentation. Speaking of experimentation, I tried Copic markers with color pencil on toned paper. I've seen a lot of people do that. And it looks really nice, but I mean, it's also any marker with colored pencils and tone paper, to be honest. But I do know a lot of people who do that particular style. It looks really nice. The tone paper adds a lot. Especially if you're trying to do like just grayscale and highlights, it adds a lot to it. You should. You just try it. Just one day, grab some markers and just try it. The worst that could happen is that you like it. Because then you'll just be doing that all over again and again and again. And if you're using Copics, that's just expensive. So because the toned paper is relatively, well, it's cheap here. You can get it at the Five Below. You can get toned paper. Let's get. It's like it must be 10 o'clock. Sitting on my Copic markers is all. You know what you should do? Do it right now. Go grab your Copic markers right now. Grab a piece of toned paper and try it. No better time than right now. No. You're just doing a little scribble. You don't need to do no big old finish. So you said you were doodling. Trying to finish up pencil inks and markers is not doodling. That's doing work. So if you're just doodling, you should grab your Copics and some toned paper and doodle on that. into a corner. Boom. Like so. Come in, do this.
Clever people, I find them so impressive. Some of these insults, I'm like, wow, I wish I thought of that. Remember that beef I was telling you about between those two girls? Someone just said Alabama sounds like Maddie B. She does.
Yeah, I don't understand what that's supposed to mean.
Do you remember Maddie B? Maddie B Raps, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're saying she
Still like a little 9-year-old boy.
in voice and skill, yeah.
This has become an ordeal now. Gotta clean my drawing area.
I had too many details on something I didn't care. Jay, too much. I don't want to give her more food.
You know.
Like, what are you talking about? I'm not talking about lasagna.
No.
Well, then what beef?
Remember?
That's funny.
Between the two girl singers I was telling you about this morning?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the two girls neither one of us care about.
That was funny.
I don't know how that correlates to what beef.
I understand your confusion.
So what you scribbling over there, Ty?
Nothing, I'm erasing.
Okay, what are you erasing? What did you draw?
Mistake.
What did you draw that you're erasing?
A dog.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. I can't draw anymore. I have no want to draw, no inspiration. And then, because I'm not inspired, all my drawings suck, and that makes me not want to draw even more.
I mean, I understand that. You sure you had a good day?
Yeah, I haven't drawn anything in a long time.
Take it hard. It's like, stop procrastinating. Clean your drawing area so you can draw. You hand stopper. What was that? What was that?
Sounded like a fire truck horn.
Okay. Oh no. Go back to here. And then we need to see what this picture is. You okay?
Yeah. I think I'm leaving you. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
You bet. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4.
Love you.
I love you. Alright, we can either just wash my hands and pencil the page, or we can start watercoloring this. Watercolor.
Yes, ma'am. Nope, that's not it. That's the one. And it's got water in it. It's like it was meant to be. Me and my super unclean watercolor tray. I was watching this one watercolor artist, and they were doing what they said, loose portrait drawings. Can I tell you how upsetting it is to watch people who know what they're doing? The person had just a wet brush. It was wet, and they took a heaping amount of color and just like and just globbed it on there. And like, what? And then it dried. And you're like, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's just not fair. You should not be able to do that. And that's why I really do want to be like, I want to go to someone who's like, I do watercolor, and I'm like, teach me. You know, because what I'm doing is not, it's not correct. Still need to do my book. But see, and I think Skip was like the biggest proponent of trying to learn something isn't good for you trying to maintain like an audience. Because while you're trying to learn, they're getting bored and wanting to see something else. Yep. Was upstairs trying to find stuff to organize. And all I heard from the stream was, I think I'm leaving you. Yep. And that was the boss going to bed. Thank goodness. That would have been bad. And we're like, oh, look at that. I screwed it up. But I didn't. Although my brush is super wet. Why on stream? Silly. For ratings, man. For ratings. That's why you do it. Excuse me. Sorry about that being all super loud. Oh. good. I miss the days when distractions were less aggressive. You're like, why Optimus Prime wanted to kill Bumblebee? Because it's fun, man. We're gonna try something. You know what? I don't know. How goes the watercolor? It's going. I mean, trying a new technique with that one. And finish this one. Trying something out with this one. Yeah, we're just trying stuff. It's fun. How's it going on your end? Very ominous. Yeah. How are things going on your end? You good? It's like, how was the lurk? And if I see a thumbnail with a red circle and says an Easter egg, you've already lost me. Ah. Close work, got that done today. Nice. That's great, man. It's always great to hear when people are productive. Look at me. Saw a snake? I did. Should be posting something soon. Watercolor. Watercolor go. cool but wet. Ty, you're so quiet.
Yeah,
What's that all about?
I'm watching TikTok. I don't know what to do. Usually I go on TikTok and then I see a pretty person. I'm like, oh, I'll draw you, I guess. But no.
So, AG, you working on anything now, or are you just hanging out? Just like, nah, I'm good. I worked hard all day. Week so far? I mean, it's been pretty busy. Mostly with work, so. But I did get the red line pencils done. So all I'm doing now for the last page is going over it with a darker pencil. So it's almost done. Almost done. And then we finished one watercolor piece today. Oops. Made a mistake and was like, oops, I already inked this. Oh no, what will that mean? So we're experimenting now with what it means, and I used a new pen, which actually worked out really well. So I'm very excited about that, as it has worked. So that's cool. And we bagged all the incoming Hernandez books for HawkCon. So we're getting ready for that. And work here is now prepped, and I'm tired. Don't give up on me now, Europe. Come on, you got this. You wanted to do the Copic thing. Now's the time. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. What to draw? Anything. Draw a circle. Draw a ninja. Draw Garfield. Doesn't matter. and just let it happen. Don't overthink it. Especially since all you're doing is doodling, remember? So did you decide to draw Garfield? Or you can draw Obelix and Asterix. Asterix and Obelix. Or Felix the Cat. I think Yarp's given up on me. Currently looking at a Wolverine drawing. You might use it as reference. Characters in that pose. No. Sounds good. Do it. Oh man, I'm almost out of water. Although we finally have some people in here, so let's run. Let's run that battle royale, shall we? Let's see who's gonna win. Who will win? Well, it seems as though I didn't make it, so, you know. Our only hope. Who won? Waltering won. It very well might be rigged. Especially since he's on another channel right now. One of these very strong lines. So it's just going to be a nice little like highlight, I guess. Mixing the colors. Watercolor is such a versatile medium. It only becomes a problem when you go over watercolors that you didn't want to move. Then all of a sudden you start making it move. You're like, oh no, what are you doing? We don't want that. I mean, I have to say, not a bad technique. You do have to go over some of the darks again, but but
Yeah.
Did you know that your Alaska show was on back on Netflix?
Alaska's Last Frontier.
No, not that one. The Bush family. The weirdos.
the one with the wolf kid, the one that thinks he's a wolf.
Does he think he's a wolf? I don't know. I don't remember. But they live on a boat at one point.
Yes, that's the wolf kid.
Yeah, that one.
Cool.
What are they? The bush? What is? Didn't they call them
Yeah.
like the Bushmen of
Bush people.
Bush people of Alaska or something like
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's what they're going to stick to, by the way.
that? Nice, nice.
I have some hillbilly news.
Is the paper thick? Mine, yeah, it's watercolor paper. Meant to take the abuse of the water. Oh, that's right. I'm almost forgot. I'm almost out of water. I'm so close, though. You know how bad it is when you're really close to being done? So green's done, skin's done, that's done. Just need to come in here with a little bit more dark, I guess. Pop that out a little bit. And lighter. Not too light, but lighter. Come in here. So okay, take that. Now we tighten up some of these lines that were drawn over. Yep. So yeah, now, I mean, it's very clear why we ink it afterwards, because the watercolor sits on top of the ink. So it kind of gives it a faded look because, like I said, the watercolor sits on top. So if that's not what you want, guess what? You can't do that. Recently last night, my buddies asked me about going a long ride on MTG. I mean, that's your thing, though, so. So that would make sense that you would. Correct. I see that you said time. And it's not even one of those ones where I'm going to be like, but I'm so close. Because there's still so much to do, like ink-wise, to fix up some of these problems that inking it first caused. But I have to say, not the worst experiment I've ever done. So I'm not cursing this drawing, so. But I just want to get these 2 lines done. And inking the whole thing with just the pen, this pen. Oh, so much easier. I could probably push the whole, things a lot further, which is cool that I can come in afterwards and just add a whole bunch of these like motion lines and not have to worry about it being too much, like too much ink, because these let out a certain amount. It's not like the other one. I like that. So there's a lot more control with this one, which I really do appreciate. So we're still learning new stuff almost every stream. That's something I try and tell my students. It's like, just keep practicing, keep trying stuff. You'll learn something new, then you'll find out something that you like, and you just go with that. All right, last line, I promise. See, this is the problem for me, like doing stuff like this, because I'm like, oh man, I'm in the zone, I'm almost done. I could get this picture done in the next, to be honest, we'll say hour, right? I could get this done. And then I realize that I have a job that requires me to get up in the morning. I have children. Although my oldest in the house child is helping out with my children, so don't necessarily have to get up all too early. Okay, I'm gonna stop because otherwise I will finish it. No self-control when it comes to the art. Okay, so we did this one, right? We did this one with, with the other brush, and I think that doing a full figure on this size will definitely be better done with this one, right? It'll allow me to do that. So I think that'll be better served with this, especially once I really figure out how I want the line making to work with this. So but you know, almost done. I mean, this one's really almost done. I gotta ink in the black just a little bit and then put our patented marks and stuff behind it, and adding a little bit of, I think it's gonna be the new thing that I do. So, you know, it was good. It's good today. It was quiet today for a while, but you know, we were able to bag and board all of our issue 0 Dr. Hernandez variant covers for HawkCon. We finished watercoloring this one, and then we started and got this far with this one, which, I mean, in the end is pretty far. So, all in all, not too bad a day. So, you know, thank you all so very much for coming. For those of you who came and hung out, it's always appreciated. And we're going to HawkCon today, or not today, on Friday for the show on Saturday. Depends on how bananas the drive is, but we should be back I have to be back, but should be back and be able to stream the final page, if I haven't already done it, for Sunday. So definitely come back. I hope to be throwing up some shorts from the adventure to HawkCon, so definitely be on the lookout out on that. If you're following me on YouTube, if you're not, you should follow me on YouTube. But yeah, as always, thank you very much, and remember, born a ninja, die a ninja. And I will see you all on hopefully Sunday. See ya.
The Ninja Empire is supreme, dominant, and unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.